It's the Flip Man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag.
So you can assume what I was doing while we late.
We can see it on the screen. It's right there.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm tripping.
Yep. Nope. Still. Yep. Okay.
I'm tripping. Trying to get a little fiber in, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Hard to find some good watermelon.
I'm sure that still wasn't it.
But anyway, so we're to talk about real estate investing with a strong emphasis on wholesaling real estate. And today's topic is how to find land deals nationwide for free. Flippinar 342. We're in here, got Adrian here to make this thing go really, really smooth. She surprised me with the new shirt. It's bumping. Y'all can see we biting a little bit. Let me see. I ain't even read. Let me see.
I hope I put it right.
Flip Man is 2 words. And it should have an apostrophe at the end. Flip Man's. Look.
I understand, but flip, I get it, but Flip Man is 1 word.
It's 2 words.
It's 1 word. When have you ever made flip? Oh, never mind. Okay.
Oh, you kidding me?
Yeah, never mind. Okay. I apologize for the error, sir. I will correct it. I will take that back and edit it and bring it back to you.
Flip Man is 2 words.
I thought I was doing great.
I'm
just so used to everything being, because every time you type it, it's like together. Like when you
who type it?
Like ask Flipman when you type in like the site. So when you're looking for something.
Oh, I was going to say, no, I'll never do that.
No. Welcome, guys. Thank you for being here on this Thursday afternoon as we approach Good Friday tomorrow. So hopefully you're having a good Thursday.
They out of school tomorrow?
Yeah, they was out of school today.
Oh, wow. That's what's up.
Some city was Thursday and Friday. County is Friday and Monday.
Okay.
All right. So this is a place where we talk about real estate and real estate investment, wholesaling with little to no cash or credit, and other creative ways. You go ahead and post the questions. I will read the questions and Ty will answer the questions. That's how this format goes. Greatly appreciate all of you being here. Jamming. You were not here last week. I would like to know, take account for yourself of where you been. Son, thank you for being here. Deborah and Scooter.
Close the door.
Lincoln, Sherry, appreciate you all being here. I see y'all already have some questions started in the chat there. So we'll go ahead and get started on those. I'm not having any issues. I just can't scroll.
Is it?
I got it now.
Okay. Right there. Your plug up right there.
I'm sitting here doing it with this thing. All right. Okay. So we'll just get started. I see y'all chit-chatting there. Let's see here. That's right. Let's get it. And it was on the screen there, but if you're not familiar, you can go ahead and text the letter SHIP, SHIP, to join Flipman's Partnership Network. Would love to have you join there. Now, no time better than right now to join that subscription service and join many others who are taking advantage of that network. Now, Beverly Thomas, you are fortunate enough and lucky enough to have the first question of the night. And it is, how do we get the agent information to send them the text or emails about the house or mobile homes?
Well, you're going to first reach out to the agent. If you're talking about the KISS method, you're going to reach out to the agent and let them, we're using the KISS method. Hi, Jane. Where can I send an offer on your listing at 123 Main Street in your name? That's how you do it. So they respond back with their email address. But if you build the list in Zomps and Miss BT, now you should have been and went through that training several times now. And let me put it back up here on the screen. You need to go through the training. But you know what? Let me just show you real quick. BT, what I'm gonna do with you? Let's see here.
Just need a little clarification.
Really, a little clarification.
Yeah, that's all.
You know what I'm saying? All right. So if let me remove it first before I even go to the site. All right. So you go to Zomps, Zomps.com, ZOMPZ.
Mm-hmm.
Hit go here, get extension, add to Chrome, add extension. Then you go to Zillow, and of course, if you're going to be using the KISS method, you're going to choose a market. I'm going to go back to Zomps really quick. Go to find deals. We have over 300 cities you could choose from, 335 to be exact. Let's go with Ann Arbor, Michigan, right? So Ann Arbor, Michigan. All right, first thing you're going to do if you have Zomps downloaded, you're going to reset the filters. All right. And then you're going to go back to filters and uncheck everything but agent listed in just the KISS method. And then under home select, you're going to deselect everything but houses. You could do multifamily also, but in this situation, we're just going to do houses. All right. Now we're going to set our price a minimum of 50,000 and above. You don't have to do that, but that's just my preference. And then I'm going to go over here. I'm going to turn off the map only. Then I'm going to sort. I'm going to hit sorts homes for you from low to high. All right. The lowest in here is 307, but for the sake of just doing this, so I'm going to add this property, right? I probably normally wouldn't add it, but just to show BT how to do it, I'm going to add this property. And then once it's added, there's the information right here, BT. That's the agent's name and actual phone number, right? And so you're supposed to send out a message. So if I go back to Zomps, if I scroll up, you have a whole list of messages that you can either send by email or text message. And this is a situation, text message is 10 different versions of the message that basically say the same thing. All right. So I'm assuming I'm answering your question. But again, you can watch the entire training if you text the word KISS to 205-964-5243.
205-964-5243. You can also text Gator, Gator, get bumped to the front of the line and join us live. Ask your question and any follow-up questions you may have. But really enjoy you joining us tonight. All right. So let me scroll down here. Yes, BT said for the land. Was speaking about for the land.
For the land?
Yes.
It's still the same. It's still the same thing. That's how you're going to find their information.
Okay.
Same way.
All right. So
same way.
Sun Thoth, you have a unique situation here.
But for the land, if you want to access that training, just text the word CLIP, CLIP to 205-964-5243, but you're going to find their information the same way.
All right. So, Sun Thoughts, getting to your question, what if someone is cooking meth in a rundown house? Could you get the police involved and get it cheaper? Also, side note, online, most real estate agents put themselves in a directory online. Google find real estate agents near me. So I think that was helping BT out on her. But what about the question about the activities going on in an abandoned home? Who do you get involved?
You just have to play a situation like that carefully. It's a dope house, basically, a crack house, whatever you want to call it, meth house. Obviously it still goes through the owner, but once you get the law involved, technically those are squatters there, right? So, the police, they may come out and try, but a lot of times those people are just going to come right back, Yeah. So the police really don't like to get involved in stuff like that or whatever. So you may be able to manage the situation once you own it, right, and get them out. If you just stay on the police, a lot of people don't stay on them. You know what I'm saying? To make them keep going out there or whatever. So,
right.
In a lot of cases, what they'll end up doing, they'll just burn it down. The meth heads, like, okay, we can't stay here. Watch this.
Yeah, that's explosive. Okay, so Debbie and Scooter, your question is: in order to divide the land up to sell it, don't you have to own the property outright?
You just have to have the vision. Similar to if you when you're wholesaling a house, you just have the vision of what someone can do if they fix and flip it. The person that you're going to sell it to, you may not be the one to subdivide it. Now, if you're going to buy a portion of a property, right? Let's just look up something really quick since you brought it up.
All right.
And so I guess we'll just go ahead and get into the topic just off the top. Okay,
Off
so
the dome.
the title, how to find land deals nationwide for free, Flippinar 342. Okay, so we basically just talked about splitting and flipping land, splitting, and that's what I thought the shirt was gonna say. I said, well, they got me a split and flip. Okay, we behind, so we got to get this taken care of first.
Yes, absolutely. Got you coming next week. Yeah. Good. Mm-hmm.
All right. So anyway, so the first thing you'll do is I want to share my screen a moment ago, wasn't it?
I honestly don't know.
You don't remember? Oh yes, I did. They announced. I was sharing it a while ago. All right. So let me clear this out. So basically, I can stay in this Ann Arbor area right here. Let me just clear the filters. And you really have to go county wide on something like this. Say if I want to go whatever county Ann Arbor is in, it may be multiple counties. I'm not sure how big of a city that is. Ann Arbor, Michigan County. How you pronounce that?
Washtenaw.
Huh? What you got? What you got now?
Washtenaw.
Okay. All right.
Oh, you want to tell it to say it for you?
Yeah, we'll come back to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I'm in Washtenaw County, and someone from Michigan can gladly correct us. So I'm going to reset the filters, of course. Again, I'm going to uncheck everything, but in this case, I'm going to leave agent listed and owner posted, right?
Okay.
And then I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to change the lot size to 20 acres with no max, minimum 20 acres with no max. So it left a total of 36 results. I'm going to go up here and deselect everything and just do houses and manufactured. So that only left 9 results, right? Okay, so now I'm going to do a price of $50,000 minimum. It probably ain't going to change anything. And then I'll go over here and sort from low to high. Okay, so the lowest in here is $575. Now, a couple of things you have to be aware of. Always look for something that has bedrooms and baths, because if it doesn't, that means it's just somehow a land listing got slipped through the cracks on what it should be houses or mobile homes. But it says 39 acres here. You also want to try to look in the description, not always, because some of these agents are very lazy. You should be able to see it has that many acres in the description. I don't think I see it, but what I would normally do, Adria, is I would go here and I would just summarize if I didn't really want to read it that fast. Go to ChatGPT and summarize in bullets. I just do that with everything. If it's more than 2 sentences, I'm summarizing. It doesn't say anything about how many acres it's sitting on. I don't think, unless you're missing some. Am I missing something, Adrian?
I don't see that.
Okay, they got counted. I don't think I'm saying previously supported by. Oh, previously. Okay, so all right. And then now, so I didn't see the acres in there, but what I'll do here is go down to the map and open it up and then select lots and land. Okay, so they probably on both sides of the road, right? Okay, so for me to verify, and you should get a subscription also, I'm going to go over to the land portal, right?
All right, land portal.
The land portal. Go. That's Land Insights there. Let me go back. Let me grab the address. Boom. Okay, there we go. And let's search for it. There we go.
Just a brief interruption. Tony Lewis said she said it right. Thank you. Just gonna put that out there.
Okay. So what is it again?
Washtenaw.
Okay, there you go. So this is 39 acres. It's on both sides of the road. This is a beautiful parcel here. this would be a great target because now it makes it easy to for a future buyer to see the subdivision potential. So it looks like the house is only on one side of the road, right? So we would definitely try to get this side over here. So how big is that other side over there, A? So let's see. So we're gonna take our measuring tool here and we're just gonna go straight up here. It ain't gonna be perfect, but it'll serve the purpose. And that's 19 acres right there, right?
Okay.
So boom. So we would want those 19 acres. Now the way this it's not two parcels. It looks like it's only one parcel. It just crosses the road, right? And so that's beautiful right there. That's exactly what we would want. Not saying we wouldn't want some of this over here also, because we could probably take another, let me see, another 9 acres right there. Let them keep this little bit in there. And hey, we might even get a little nasty on them. Like I said, we want this too. So let's see, boom, boom. All right, so what is that? 13, 13, why my math clicking on 32? So that leaves about 7 right here, right? 6 to 7 acres that they can just keep, then you boom, there you go.
Okay.
So now you've given an option to purchase some of it, right? Now, the end game is you have to know what this is worth so you know what to offer. So what I would do now, one of the things when you're looking at parcels of land, I'm gonna click this right here. When you're looking at parcels of land, look and see what's all around it. See, most of these parcels of land in here are fairly big, eh? You know what I'm saying? It's really nothing. It's gonna turn my thing off, but that's cool though. It's really like that's 82 acres right there. So what's the smallest in here? What is this right here? Oh, that's huge right there. It's sort of weird looking. So what is this? I think that crosses the road right there. And they got a little slither right here.
Yeah.
How big is that? That's 2.63 acres. Okay.
That little piece right there, what's that?
What right here?
Yeah.
This right here is 3 acres. So they will go down that small. That's a good thing. So now it just gets into
that right there.
Yeah, now it gets into let's grab this address. Now it gets down into, so what are they selling for per acre? All right. And so I'll go now to Land Insights and I'll go to Data Platform and let's do a search. All right. And so we click on it. So it's saying it's worth 108, right? Now,
Okay.
I'm assuming it's not taken in the, let's look at this. That looks like that's totally vacant back there. How big is that? That's the same thing. So 108. All right, that's cool for 3 acres. So if I dive a little deeper, so that's about a little over 30,000 per acre. Yeah, 32,000 per acre. All right. So we got something to go by in that situation, but I can play with the numbers a little bit. Because remember, we were looking at 19 acres, 7 acres, 9 acres, I think it was, wasn't it? Let me see. It was 19 across the street.
Yeah.
And then
another 9 from the other side.
Another 9. And then what was the other one?
We let them keep 7. So I don't know.
We figured out. Yeah. So I think it was like 3 or 4, something like that. So let's just say between 5 to 9 acres. Right. Let's see if we even got enough activity for that. So yeah, we got tons of it. Good. All right. So in here it's showing, looks like it's in the 20s between 5, let me see, 21, 22, 21, 17, 17, 17. They must have been all by each other. We got a 30 in here. That's an outlier. So 16. Got some more 20s in here, but we're getting farther away from our property. So it looks like comfortably between about 17 to 22. Okay. So I'm going to probably go around about 19 to 20 is what we could probably get away with the 5 acre tract, 5, 6, 7, 8 price per acre. All right. So what does that mean? Now we'll base that on what we're going to offer the seller. So I'm going to use the lower number. I'm going to use the lower number of 17 in this. I want to be at half that number. Right. So if I'm going to offer on this, I don't even know where our original property was at. It's right here. If I'm going to offer on this 19 across the street that we were going to do, wait a minute. Let me see if I can find it again here. Where are you, Scooby-Doo? Damn. Let me just research it. And how you say that county again? Eh?
Washtenaw.
I'm from Washtenaw. All right, so we were gonna do this. Let's see. So we said boom, boom, boom. Oh, I didn't turn the water on to see if it was in the wetlands, but so that's basically 20 acres across the street.
Okay.
So if we want to be at half that 17, so we're going to be at, what is that, 8,500? So we're going to be probably around 8,500 an acre. So now you're looking at 8,500 times 20. You're looking at what is that, 170 grand for it. With the potential, so 20,000. I mean 20. That's 20 acres times 8,500. 7 is 170 grand. All right. With the potential of trying to sell it, I like to try to, if we're going to do it, you try to sell it under the market. So we say 17 is the number. We went with the lower number, try to sell it at 15, right? So we take 15 times 20, 15,000 times 20 is, okay?
300,000.
300,000. 15 twice is.
Yeah, to count the zeros and 15 to 30 add the zeros.
There you go. Mm-hmm. So that's $130,000 spread if you didn't know. So that's 300,000 minus 170. We sold it under the market now. 170, that's 130. Now, one thing I didn't look at, let's look and see what properties are listed for, because that matters. So we said between 5 and 9 acres. Let's look at the active listings. Okay, got quite a few. And so, oh, wow, they're trying to sell them at 24, 15, 11. They ain't been on the market that long. 27. That's getting a little farther from us. So about in that range what we said, so, but we got tons of room to go that we can work with, even if we sold ours at 13 or 14. So ideally that's what you're doing. All right. So, but to find these leads, the title of the video, you're just simply doing a search in a county like
Washtenaw, Michigan.
Washtenaw, Michigan, with those filters, right? Because now you don't have to wonder if they're, so on the hurdle, the initial hurdle, you got plenty of hurdles, but the initial hurdle is it doesn't cost you anything to do this, number one. They're already trying to sell the property. Okay. You're just negotiating with them. Your first level of negotiation is, do you want to sell a portion of the land? That's the first negotiation. Yes, now, if you text the word clip, I don't have a way where they get in the script though. So let me see here. Hey, let me pull that up really quick. I need to simplify that for you guys. Let me go to drafts and let me see. Here are the messages. Here's message number 1, a 2, a 3. How many licks does it take to
get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop?
A 1, a 2,
a 3. 3.
All right. So the initial message is, hello, agent name. Would the owner of listing, whatever the address is, of 39 acres, consider selling just part of the land and keeping the home to sell separately? That's just you can have a conversation. That's what you're trying to get out of them. Now, a lot of responses that you're going to get back is like, how much? Yes. Right. How many acres? And then how much? Okay. All right. So your reply, like this is 5 different responses right here, right? Your reply is going to be something similar to this. Thanks for replying. We will review the property in more detail to decide which part of the land we're interested in, property. We make a lot of offers, true. So we will follow up with specifics.
Yeah.
later today or by tomorrow. Appreciate your patience.
Yeah.
Now, some agents going to be a little bit more aggressive than others,
Okay.
but that's fine. That's a good thing, and not always, but in a lot of cases. And so there's going to be 5 different versions of this also, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, at that point, it needs to be evaluated. Now, if you know what you're doing, boom! I just showed you a way to generate some leads, cut off some land, and boom, there you off to the races. If you don't know what you're doing, you want to work with me, right? Let me set this up real quick. You can email me, but if you're going to email me, please do this, Adrian.
Yes.
Please do this for me. I'm gonna show you how my VA emails stuff over to me. Let me pull up one. I ain't gonna do a deal on. So as you can notice, she has the. I think
you're not showing us anything.
I'm not. Oh,
no.
My bad.
Thank you.
Oh, y'all can't see that?
Now I can.
Y'all can see it now?
Yes, you didn't before.
You can see my email, right?
Yes.
Okay. So it just was slow. So put the number of acres,
mm-hmm.
the address. That's a little bit. You don't have to do all that. I can figure all this out. The link to the listing and what the agent has said. Right.
Which means you've reached out to the agent.
Yeah, you reached out to the agent.
Yeah, so don't send this until you reached out.
Yeah, until you reached out today. Oh, say that again.
Don't send this email until you have reached out to the agent.
Yeah. So
and when you do reach out to Ty, follow this format, please.
Exactly. So we got the acres, and she's spelling acres wrong. The address, the Zillow link. So I make it easy for you, boy. And then what the agent said. If you could set up that format if you want to send something over, you want me to work with you on this.
Agent said kick rocks. But then don't send it.
I talked to this agent here. They want to talk about it.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So hopefully you all were able to follow through. Just as we always say, keep in mind you can come back and rewatch this at a later time as soon as we get done. Like Jammin did last week. She went back and watched Thursdays and heard me mention her name because she wasn't here. But Cass, you too. Where you been, Cass? But I see you in there in the chat. Tony Lewis, thank you for being here. Byron, Clayton, Tommy Tucker. There's Day Day. What's up, Deonica? I appreciate you all being here. And they really, really like the shirt. Tommy says that watermelon look fire.
It ain't good.
Okay, yeah, I can't tell. Tony, thank you for the validation on my pronunciation of
it ain't good.
Washington.
Right now.
Jamin says, love the shirt. We be fimping. That's right, because we be fimping. Cass says, best shirt by far. Flipman.
Best? Oh,
I think so. I like it. None of Zomps. You can't beat Zomps now. You just can't beat Zomps. It's hard to beat Zomps. And I think offers are free. It's just
it's hard to beat that too.
But it's just that's a classic.
If you want to just know what I get the most compliments on,
offers are free.
And
Zomps.
No, I'd rather get compliments.
What?
On Zomps.
Which one?
You think about all the shirts you've done.
It's not Deal You Later. It's not Deal You Later. Oh my gosh. Skip the Flip. No. I don't know. There's so many. Which one?
Dang, wow. Fear of Being Broke.
Oh, FOB. FOB. Yes, we need the FOBB. We ain't done that one in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, FOBB.
On that
That's right. You're right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So hopefully we answered that question. You can always go back and fix that. Byron, I see you answered your own question in regards to one-on-one training. Yes, it was ticking across the bottom of the screen. Leakin says also liking the new shirt. And you know what else she said? I love Adria's voice. She definitely knows how to articulate words and narrate.
Brilliant human being.
Look at that pronunciation and enunciation.
Believe in human being.
I know. I need to use my voice for a GPT. Okay, so let's follow on with our questions here. We're going to go to Clayton and says he wants to know, did you check out the hotel address? Working on contacting the owner. It says thank you. So Clayton maybe sent you an email.
Yeah, I replied to him.
Okay.
I thought.
Check your inbox, Clayton, for that response.
Because I just told him you have to find the owner.
Okay.
Really
He's still working on that.
we can do.
All right. Let's see here. Lincoln, using Zillow, could we target vacant lots just like you did the single family home?
Yeah.
And with land, you said you would highlight the part of land you were interested in with you showing what parts you want to subdivide, which is like what you just did a little bit.
Yeah, like I'll show you one that we sent an offer on. Let me see.
All right, Lincoln, this is for you.
This is I'll put it on the screen here.
Okay.
Let me see if I can share this. She'll be mad if I showed that. Let me see.
Don't do that then.
Let me see here. Window. There it is right there. This one right here, right? So that's 186 acres,
Okay.
and they're trying to sell it for like, what are they trying to sell it for? 2 million or something,
Oh,
I think.
okay. Is it
I
the
think.
value? Is that good?
Am
Is
I
that
right
bad?
on that? I forget what they're trying to sell it for, but
Okay.
anyway, so we're offering on this front 20, it's roughly 24 some change acres. That's why I got plus or minus or whatever. So this is part of the offer that I sent over to them. I put the image in here on what we want to purchase.
Oh, the vision.
Yeah, I got to give them a visual.
Okay.
I ain't selling that part. Are they crazy? We're selling that back part back there with no road frontage. How the hell we gonna get back there?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, actually, depending on where they are, it's required if they do allow subdividing in the county, it does have to have.
Well, it depends on the county.
Yeah.
Depends on the regulation.
Because my custom GPT gonna tell you that.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you.
I can't wait.
I'm just telling you.
I can't wait.
Yes. Okay. So hopefully that answers that question. So part one, this is a 2-part question. In an effort not to get completely shut down by agents and be able to offer terms if rejected, was thinking of adding this to my signature block. Cash offers are made based on current market conditions and estimated renovation costs. We aim to close fast and buy as is.
Who said that?
Jamming. They're saying like in an effort to not get shut down, they're adding this additional statement.
Hey, I don't know everything. Roll with it.
Yeah, that sounds nice though. Yeah. I'm gonna say it again. Y'all Jamming, she's offering this up for anyone. Cash offers are made based on current market conditions and estimated renovation costs. We aim to close fast and buy as is.
Play that.
Oh my gosh. Play this.
Yeah, play it.
I'm hitting play. What is that supposed to be?
I did that. I created superhero.
Oh, that's wonderful. She looks so heroic. She ain't got no superpowers. Okay,
hey,
so
you flying, that's all the one you need. I wouldn't even care if I had nothing else. Like a fly.
Okay, so jamming, yes, that would, hey, it doesn't hurt. Whatever works, try it. So add that additional line to your closing statement. Okay, let's see here. Keeping it going. BT says, I created a list and sent it to you for you to check it out, so I will know if I did it right. So maybe follow up on that later for BT. Okay. So Soul Soldier, hi, says, should we target counties with land splits requiring just a survey, or will that matter to the buyer? So
yeah,
I guess
don't you could dig yourself in a hole you ain't gonna get out of. Just target stuff. You got 3,000 counties you can target.
Okay.
Over 3,000 counties.
3,144.
Okay. All right.
Just telling you. I'm just saying.
All right.
Okay. So thank you. Hopefully, so that answered your question there. So I think I've caught up with myself. Again, I appreciate everyone being here. So I'm gonna take a moment to do a public service announcement. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel. join us on Thursdays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for additional information. And then also checking out that Flipman Partnership Network by texting SHIP, SHIP, to 205-964-5243.
It's the best shit ever.
Also, an opportunity that you can take advantage of is by texting Gator and still coming on and joining us live right now. So keeping that moving, we are talking about split to flip. So splitting land and using that as an opportunity to get creative with your wholesaling and possibly making your sale a little bit more lucrative for you.
Let me say this now. Of course, you do know you can build lists like that off market too now using PropStream and a tool like that. Do I need to show them to do that too?
That would be nice. I'm sure they would appreciate that.
You can do off market too. It just costs money to do it that way.
Oh, gotcha.
I try to provide
free resources.
Methods,
yeah,
and it's harder to do it that way.
Oh,
it can be more. Yeah. Well, I'll ask you. I may not be looking at it right. So I'm sure you how to do it. Because it's important because it works, and that's what I've done for years.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to build a list.
Correct.
Skip trace the list.
Correct.
Then you got to choose a way to reach out to the owners.
Correct.
Call, text, and you can do the text messaging.
Call, text, email.
Have more information on that coming soon.
Okay.
What am I saying?
Okay, so we've created our list. We've skip traced our list. Now we need to figure out how we're going to contact.
Yeah, you're going to call, text, or direct mail.
Correct.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we got to choose one. Let's choose one.
Okay, so
cold call them. You got to choose one.
Yeah, we're going to direct mail. That's the easiest of all of them. Texting, that may not be a text
the direct
number.
mail is the most expensive though, by far.
Okay, well then that's fine.
So, but I'm just telling you what it takes.
Okay.
So if you're gonna do direct mail, right?
Okay, that's fine.
Any of it, you need to be
texting. I don't know.
Any of it, you need to be committed in your mind. 6 months, I don't get a deal.
Okay.
Any of it.
That's absolutely fine.
If you at it every day, you don't get a deal in 6 months.
How did you ask me a question on which method I wanted to use and then correct me?
I'm just trying to set it up.
Okay.
Like if you're gonna do direct mail,
yes.
If you don't have a budget of a minimum of $3,000, that's low to spend for the next minimum 3 months, ideally 6.
Okay, well that means taking what you're saying.
That's $9,000.
Okay, taking what you're saying, text isn't free either. So the free method is email. So then we'll go with email. But how am I getting the email skip tracing?
I ain't seen the email.
Okay, cold calling is going to be the free method.
That ain't free. None of them free. That's what I'm telling you.
If I call myself.
No, but you still have to buy the list. You got to still have a source to buy the list from. You got to skip trace it.
Okay.
Okay, it could be the cheapest. You may be able to, depending on how big your list is. We'll just say you build a list of 1,000. That's going to be at least $100, and whatever tool you use to build a list is going to be another 100. So that's 200. Huh?
Let's approach this a different way.
Okay.
Instead of asking me what I think, just tell me what I should do.
No, I'm not going to tell you what to do because it's going to people.
Well, I'm giving you my answers and you're correcting me at every step.
No. I'm giving you the answers. I'm telling you.
Are you responding to what I need to think about when I do this?
Yeah, I'm telling you what you need. You got to think what things you got to think about. I'm not trying to discourage. I'm just laying the foundation, and you make your own choices.
Okay, so I have generated my list.
Okay.
I'm taking my list and I'm using to skip trace. But I'm preferably going to use a system that can do both, generate my list and skip trace.
You can. Okay, that exists.
Correct. Right. So then I'm going to take an account of how much information I generated from skip tracing.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm going to consider whether I want to text, cold call, or direct mail.
Okay.
Right. Direct mail is rather expensive. So if I'm starting out, that's probably a negative. Text messages, I have to be really sure that the percentage of the telephone numbers that are skip traced are accurate, or I could be shooting blanks in the wind. But then also cold calling.
Well, you're going to be the same numbers. So go ahead.
Cold calling, Yes, but I'm saying the number generated may be an actual landline and not a cell. So then shooting a text would still be okay. So now we've narrowed it down to text and cold calling, right?
Well, no,
So-
the text messaging services, if you use like the one I'm going to recommend, go to textoflip.com. It's going to filter out the ones that are not landline. But go ahead, though.
Okay. So then I'm going to use the service like skiptoflip.com when I go there, and I'm going to shoot a text message out to the text, and I'm going to set it up on a time where if I don't get a response and within whatever, we resend the text message. So I know I'm not wasting my time after the third no response. And for the numbers that aren't text numbers, that are actual landlines, then I need to determine whether I'm going to call them.
Well, yeah, that's a whole nother ball
Okay.
game. Yeah, so
okay, I'm thinking through, and
yeah,
I'm
but
going too far.
Yeah, so yeah, the text messaging, you know, that's going to be the most effective because you're going to get the best response rate. Cold calling is going to probably be the cheapest, but it's the most time consuming.
Most tedious. Got you.
It's the most tedious.
Understood.
Like you got to be gator to do that cold calling. To do it consistently every day that's needed to do it. It's every day that you need to do it.
Correct.
To get the results you're looking for.
So ultimately we're going with text messaging.
Yeah, so ideally off market is better, quote unquote, because you're going to deal directly with the owner. You don't have a middle person like a real estate agent.
Yes.
But it costs to do that. And it's more time consuming in reality. Right. And so I just tried to, my audience, it is what it is, what I've developed it. Most of the people that I deal with, for whatever reason, the resources ain't there a lot of times to do that stuff. So I get that. I know who follows me.
Correct.
So I try to give you solutions on where you don't have a budget to do that. So this is the solution.
Yeah, you give us options.
Again, but this is like endless. Like you can't, it's over, I looked at it today, it's over 20,000 properties that fit under that criteria of a house or mobile home with 20 acres or more. Right?
Okay.
For sale.
For sale. Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yes, sir.
And I got a decent audience, but they ain't gonna tackle that. You shouldn't run into each other that much.
Okay.
If at all.
Okay.
Now the KISS method, you're talking over 600,000.
Ooh.
Just regular stuff. That's over 600,000. And a lot of these properties that you're targeting through what we're gonna call them, the split and flip.
Yes.
You targeting it ain't they not even on the KISS list.
Okay.
Because most of them are outside of metro areas. So you're not gonna have 20 acres inside of a city on a residential property. It's just gonna be so rare.
Right. Okay.
So rare.
Okay. So we're texting.
Well, yeah. So if you want to start doing text messaging, I'm affiliated with Launch Control now, but you can access my affiliate link through textoflip.com. I don't have a what's the name set up. I guess I need to set one up, huh?
Oh, there's no short word?
No short code. I stopped it a few months ago.
Okay.
But I can set one up here right now.
But this textoflip.com is
yeah, that's still live.
Yes,
yeah.
So
if you go to let me just show you.
Okay.
We show and tell here.
Hey, Tashawn, Chase, and Walt.
I forget a lot of times that we show and tell. Baby.
We are. Got to put it on the screen. We like visuals.
Because
that day you drew that map out with the little 10 and degrees, and you split that lot off of in 10 and put that. Oh my goodness, that was.
Yeah, if you go to textoflip.com, you can access the text message or whatever. So textoflip.com.
Okay, cool beans. Thank you. Textoflip.com. All right. Tashawn, thank you for being here tonight. Okay, so we answered that question there. The question was, what text message software do you use? Just got Land Portal, so going to spend money on lists. So yes, go to textoflip.com. Okay. Chase Banks, what's going on, Flip? I have access to GAMLS. What is the best criteria for trying to wholesale? So if you do have access to MLS, it's not really much more information.
If this was 1995 and below, it would mean something.
They had a marketing and they had access to something that really wasn't available to everybody else.
Everything that's there is on Zillow. You're not really getting anything of any specialty in reality.
Okay. So use it as you would for any other resource.
Yeah, it's
and the other resources very well, man. Give you more info.
I'm probably missing something, but just on the surface, it's no real advantage.
Mm-hmm.
No
And I guess MLS is not going to have your off market. Well, obviously, if anything's on, it's not. They're not going to have the owner.
Well, yeah, they'll have all properties in there, but it's not set up that way.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Well, I take that back. Some of them are set up that way to market to, off market properties or whatever. So
Okay. So, and let me correct it. Obviously, if it's on Zillow, it's not off market because it's available. So,
well, if it's for sale on Zillow pulls up most properties. Some of them off market. Most of them going to be off market, but they obviously have a huge network of properties that are for sale there. But they literally can pull up most properties, residential properties anyway.
All right. So, hey, Walt says, hello, Flipman. While using the KISS strategy, keep it super simple strategy, often I come across a single house for sale on a farm or a huge lot. That's great. That's wonderful. How should I approach this? So I think Walt joined us later in it. So that's kind of what we went over early.
That's what we went over earlier. That's the title of the video.
Yeah. So just if you could replay, and we'll probably close out showing it a little bit of the beginning.
You can just text clip CLLP to 205-964-5243. That training to go through it, and I think a little bit more structured detail than what I just did.
Okay. But yeah, absolutely. You would just need to make sure you communicate with the seller that you're not interested in the house. You're not interested in the home. They can keep that with a little bit of acreage along with it. But then the video and what we did this earlier at the beginning of the show.
This example right here. I don't know if y'all can really see. Can they see that good? Yeah. So this is 100. That what's in the red is 100.
Get rid of the banner. Yeah.
Oh, this. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can move. Let me see. Y'all can see it now. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's 186 acres, and so we're just asking what they sell. We made an offer. I think it was $200,000 for that 24 acres.
Okay. Cool.
Hopefully they bites. Hopefully they bites on it.
All right. Thank you. Let me go back here. I knew Jammin was going to say something. Jammin says that diagram was the game changer for me. I understand land more because of it. I knew you was coming.
She understand landlocked?
No. When you did that diagram, you split it into 10. I was being facetious. She was being serious, but I knew Jammin was going to come. Okay, so Soul Soldier wants to know what is the minimum road frontage, but that's going to vary by county.
It's gonna just vary by situation. It ain't gonna. Sometimes it won't even matter. It's just gonna depend on how the property set up and what kind of deal you can get on it. That can be. You can still do a deal on it or whatever. It just makes it hard to just bite off a piece of land, to split off a piece of land if it's minimum road frontage. It may just be just enough for your driveway, basically, and that exists sometimes. So. It's just going to depend.
All right. So sweet. What counties do you target for the 2,000 acre or minor subdivide with the survey? So if you want the ones that require the survey, that's just something you're just gonna have to figure out how to break down.
Yeah,
it's 3,144 counties.
Yeah. It's I don't want to get that. I've been posting in the school group on some counties that you can target. Or whatever. I don't really want to get in the weeds on that because that keeps people like everybody don't need to be in the same county. There are deals in all counties or whatever. It just obviously some of them going to be a little hotter than others. Some of the situations a lot hotter.
And then if everybody's just, what's the top three and focuses on those three, then
I know I can put that out there. Like I can do it in a small group like the community or whatever, because most of you ain't gonna do nothing. But it's small enough to do that. But if I put it out here, it may be more. So, yeah, it is what it is. I'm just talking. So.
You don't move your feet, then I don't either. So we like neck to neck. So got to get moving, y'all. Got to get moving. All right. So, okay. I appreciate that. I think I've gotten. Okay, so Joshua, hey Joshua, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to skip this here. So I just put land under contract in Cape Coral, Florida, but I'm having trouble finding cash buyers. What's the best way to find end buyers? First
Well,
question is going to be, do you have a deal? Is
well,
it even a deal?
first question: do you have a deal? How do you know that it's a deal? Right. Let's establish that.
Right.
First. I can't even go beyond that without. Well, let's just assume it's a deal,
Mm-hmm.
right? I would like to know what you've done already
Okay.
to try to market the deal. Ideally, what you would do is you would get an agent to do an equitable on something that's off market, equitable listing agreement, and that's basically listing the property that's on the contract or whatever. If you can get the owner to sign what is it called? An attorney. What is it called? Hold on a second. I'll tell you in just a second. What is it called?
What does it do?
The owner basically gives you permission to
Act on their behalf?
act on their behalf to do a listing. What is it called? Oh, an attorney in fact. That's what
Okay.
it's called. Yeah,
Okay.
it's called an attorney in fact. Yeah.
Okay. So, you're telling us what we would do if it is a deal.
Yeah. So you just need to get some exposure on it. You
Okay.
can also join some land groups, all over the internet. I'm sure some just specifically for Florida and maybe even that particular county. Also, that can be very powerful. Facebook Marketplace can be very powerful also. Believe it or not, posting it on Instagram or TikTok or somewhere like that, you wouldn't believe the type of response you'll get on something like that also.
All right, cool. Joshua, if you are still in the chat and you want to post follow-up information, please do so. I'll make sure I read that. So I guess the initial question is, how did you evaluate the land to determine that it was worth putting under contract in Cape Coral, Florida? Let's see here. Hey, Candy Sabal, thank you for being here. And Tony, it says, thank you all. No problem. Great show like always. Always love hearing that. Always love hearing that.
Yeah.
Okay. So now Tashawn, following up on this, says, I just don't know what counties allow minor subdivisions. I'm assuming
No. Don't get caught up in that part of it. Please don't get caught up into that part of it.
Okay.
You just need to get the seller to want to sell first. Split the land separately, right? Now, depending on how big the parcel is, then that stuff will matter, right? Now, I know you don't want to spin your wheels or whatever, but they still can survey off a nice chunk of it. We're talking about, in most cases, multiple splits when you start talking about a minor subdivide, right? And this situation, like the one I was talking about on 126, I hadn't checked with that county, but we're trying to basically survey off 24 acres of it, right?
Right.
If they have regulations that won't allow it, they just won't allow it. But you can easily, let me back up. Since you want to know the counties, pick a state.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
And start calling counties.
Okay.
Well, don't even start calling them first. I'm sorry. Let me back up. Use the internet first. Pick a state.
Okay.
Do a search. What's the name of that county? Washtenaw County, Michigan.
Yeah.
Minor subdivision regulations. And normally what you'll see, look for that .gov link. And if they're going to have something that's a public document, you'll be able to download it. You can read it, or you can throw it in the chat GPT, tell them to summarize that document, number one, or you can just go through. I like to try to let it summarize it first and then ask the question, what are the minor subdivision regulations? How small can I subdivide town down to? How many splits can I do?
Understood.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for answering that question.
Now I'm having a list still built. Agent may be speeding up, say she got something to show me. So But I'm having a list. I'm having a list. I have a VA that's reaching out to land surveyors in different states and counties, building a list. But it's going to take longer than what I thought. So we'll see.
All right.
I don't need all 3,000 counties. 100 will be major, So, but anyway, we'll try to get more than that. But what I'm saying.
So just okay. Let me, Soul Soldier. I see your answer, your question, but let me skip to Joshua because Joshua was the one in Cape Coral that I asked for the follow up. Okay, so I asked around a few agents in that area. They said they would list it for around 325 to 350. So I put it under contract for 190. And I don't know about getting them to sign another contract. It took a lot just to get them to sign the assignment.
The assignment? You should have a purchase and sales agreement if you're dealing with the owner.
I'm sure that's what they're talking about. Maybe.
Oh, they talking to me or they just talking amongst each other?
No, they're talking. You asked, I would like to know what you've done. I would like to know how.
Oh, he said assignment though.
Yeah.
It should be a purchase and sales agreement.
Okay. Well, okay, Joshua, do you mean a PSA? Or I'm pretty sure he means a PSA, the one-page contract, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, the agent said it would list around 325 to 350, and he has it under contract for 190. So then the question would be, could the acreage be split?
What is he trying to sell it for?
Okay. Joshua, follow-up questions. How much are you trying to sell it for? Do you have an actual purchase and sales agreement with the seller? Is that what they actually signed?
Yeah.
And then just how many acres are we talking about? So we can see if possible, it could be split up into.
I don't have to be split,
Or just.
Yeah, just.
Okay.
Sound like a couple acres.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Well, it may be half an acre. I don't know what it is. So.
Yes, the PSA.
Give us more context, man.
The purchase and sales agreement. Okay. And yes, I'll wait on the follow-up. But yes, he was speaking of that. So Tashawn says, that's dope. I would be glad to pay for a service when you get it done. The list of the counties. Okay. So if the seller wants to sell the back part of the land with no road, that would be a no deal, correct? It must have a road.
They got to be given. They're gonna have. They ain't got to do nothing. But ideally, they got to provide an easement.
Yeah, an easement.
You know what I'm saying?
Where they have to allow you to cut through their property to get to yours.
Yeah.
Now that is required.
Yeah. Some people will. Some people will buy those. Is what I'm getting to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Buy those.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You gotta be cheap. You gotta be cheap.
Yeah.
Like. Cheap.
They sell you the land cheap, but then charge your arm and a leg to get to it. No trespassing on my property. How am I supposed to get to yours and it's behind? You better figure it out.
Like a running start.
Oh my goodness. Brianna, thank you for being here. I'll read your question, but let me follow up with Joshua. So it's 4.78 acres. I've been marketing it to buyers agents for $400K, but I make it clear there's room for negotiation.
That's the problem.
Well, if the agent, just troubleshooting. If the agent said they would list it around 325, 350, but you put it out there for 400, why did you go over what the agent would list it for? Because their prices typically is retail is going to get. So what made you decide to charge more than what the agent would?
Hey, what's one of my favorite sayings, baby girl?
Pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pigs get fed.
Hogs get slaughtered.
What that mean? What does that mean?
Being too greedy.
Yeah.
Just take the little meat.
That's
off
the first hurdle.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to sell it. If they told you 325, I'm probably trying to sell it for 250, 275.
Yeah.
That's still like a six.
Joshua said it. He said, I don't know, being greedy.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, you gotta lower that. First things first. You gotta lower that. So it seems like you did some due diligence, and if the agent said that it was worth that, then I guess we're just gonna take that, right? But the idea is that you're giving the buyer a benefit. They have to have some, there has to be a benefit of working with you on this property. And typically it is to get it cheaper than what retail is. you get it under retail, and then you give it to them under retail. So 400 might be a reach. So I would probably, as Ty suggested, go under at least the 325, even if you just wanted to stick at 300. But just go. And yeah, Lightning Land Capital, I would consider that as well. You got to think the realtors normally add cushion in it for themselves because of negotiation. So think about it, if they said 350, 325, but they knew it was only worth 275, and then you overshot them. Yeah, so just come down a little bit. That would be my suggestion, but I wish you luck on it.
Yeah, you want to be under the market if you're trying to sell it quickly.
Gotcha.
You want to be under the market.
So Brianna says, currently I have a deal in Welton. We're having an issue finding a buyer. We already sold 3 in that area, but the buyers we had aren't returning our calls anymore. We're thinking about listing it.
Okay, just boil down to the same thing. Do you have a deal?
Yeah, well, she must have. She sold 3 in the area.
Those 3 may have been deals. That doesn't automatically make this one.
Gotcha.
What are the numbers? Okay. And what was my man name with the land, and what's his name?
Joshua in Cape Coral.
Oh yeah, I can possibly help you find a buyer if we're going to lower the price, but significantly.
Okay.
I would. Yeah. So just email.
Joshua, there's an opportunity that has been extended to you to possibly work with Ty on securing a buyer
50.
if the price is correct, if the price is right.
Like bubble gum shrimp. Oh, we shrimp all day.
All day. Okay. Let me see here, scrolling through. But Brianna, hopefully that answered your question as well. And you said we already sold 3. Are you talking about homes? Is that what you're speaking of? And any idea on why they're not returning your calls anymore? So Jamin says, if you're in a county that does not allow splitting, subdividing the land, skip those?
Well, again, like, yeah, well, that's part of your due diligence period. Assume they say yes, you agree on the price, then that's your due diligence period to figure out, what can be done there. That's normal process. So I wouldn't. I guess you can go about it 2 ways. I just don't want people to get bogged down into the
subdividing part.
Because we're not going to be the one doing that. In the sense, you're going to be doing it in this because you're biting it. But a lot of times these properties are already subdivided.
Mm-hmm.
So we made an offer on one. It's already subdivided. In the sense of enough to, like, I think it was a total of 58 acres. But they had like a parcel here, a parcel there, a parcel there.
Oh, so it wasn't all together.
Yeah, no, I'm just offering on 4.7 acres of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay.
If they get to the price, it still be a handsome payday.
All right. Gotcha. And I guess the follow-up question is, why would a county not allow subdividing?
Yeah, what it is, man. The folks say that ain't what they want. They have visions for their county and the growth, and they may not want to subdivide down to depending on where it is, going to be different parts of the county. It may not be the whole county or whatever. So, and then they're going to depend on what it's zoned for. Also, they just have plans in place on how they want the future of their county to be. So.
Gotcha. Understood. All right.
Politics, a lot of it.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay, so give me a moment, guys. I'm actually going to scroll up and make sure I didn't miss anyone, but I'm pretty sure I answered I read all the questions that were in the chat. Feel free to drop down in there at the bottom if I did not. Let me make sure there wasn't anyone I was supposed to follow up on. So we got Jamming, got Soul, got Joshua. I think I think I'm good. Yeah, I've gone through everybody's question.
Okay, all right, good. We started a little late.
We did.
That was on me. I could have waited. I'm on the visits just for a little foolishness time. I like I like hot food, right?
Yes.
And so I went to this restaurant the other day over in the hood, quote unquote. It used to be a McDonald's. I said, man, that's a good location. Because McDonald's bought all the prime real estate. They don't care what the neighborhood was. And so somebody put a restaurant
corner lot.
Automatic.
At the traffic light.
At the light.
Easy access.
Yeah, it was a real estate company, not a hamburger. Anyway, so I got the food and I was going to eat it there. But you know how they have it's what they call it when the food be sitting out and they serve it to you, sort of
like buffet style?
Not buffet, but cafeteria style.
Cafeteria style.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So anyway, but it's cold. It ain't cold. It just lukewarm.
Right. It's not hot. Like they ain't got the chafing dish, the chafer.
Well, I guess they got it in there, but
okay, they doing good.
That don't way to be at Nicky's. Nicky's the same thing. Yeah, they stuff be hot. They do this.
Okay.
Well, a lot of people open restaurants, they have no clue what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? They just
got that PPP.
Yeah, that's over with.
But still, that's why they open.
Yeah, they just opened.
Oh, this was just open.
Okay. And so, but anyway, why did I bring that up?
I don't know.
Oh, we were talking about the reason we were late because Adrian was bringing. I already was preparing me some food, but they asked me, did they bring? Her and her daughter asked me, did they want me to bring? Did I want them to bring me something? So I said, I can eat this with my food. So they bought it with me. So I ate it. So that's what I'm getting to. So that's why.
And he had to eat it then because it was hot.
Because it was hot. Yeah, I'm saying it was really. Not, it sort of, I left it in the warmer and it sort of dried out a little bit.
Oh, because you left in that little crisper. You left it in the crisper. You couldn't take it out.
It said warmer. It's an option that says warmer.
I know, but the pan that you put it in, that like the foil part, that's a crisper. It's meant to make it crisp, so it's going to keep crisping.
I only had some juices in there. That's what I was going to use.
I did.
Anyway, long story. So I like my food right out the skillet if I can get it. That's the thing.
That's
like the food I was talking about at that restaurant.
Yeah,
I was going to eat it there, and I actually sit down and I took a couple of pieces. I said, "This ain't hot."
Well, then you should have gave it back to
them. What they were going to do? I just took it home. I just stopped and just went on,
Stop somewhere else, got something else to eat, then brought that home.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
I know you did.
Wow. I was ready to eat, so that's exactly what I did.
Yeah. That non-confrontational tie.
Yeah, so I wasn't going to say, that wasn't going to happen up in that mind. You know what I'm saying? No, you got to know what you already
know your audience and know your location.
I ain't no customer service where I went. Let that go. So I already had them expectations or lack of expectations. So anyway, so
hold on, I got to before you close. I got like 3 more. Lincoln, I'm sorry. Okay, you were talking.
Go ahead.
Okay, Lincoln wants to know how long should the due diligence be?
The due diligence?
Yeah, you said we're going to do our due diligence, and that's the time when we find out about.
The way on land, you got to have a long runway. It can't be that 21 days closed and all that with houses. So I'm doing 90 days to close, 60 business days of due diligence, which is almost the same as the whole 90 days once you count it up, believe it or not. Yeah.
That's fair. Okay. 60 days and 90 days close.
Yeah.
Okay. Ronald said he's watching too.
Okay. Yes.
Ronald Norwood. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Ronald. So let's see here. Debbie said, I enjoyed the show tonight. Love all the videos. Thank you, Debbie. Zemma says, gotcha on subdividing. Looking at one and the owner says it can't be broken up and the people decide for the county. Got it. It is a small town in the middle of nowhere. They say, love these two together. They're so funny and fun. Duh.
Oh, yeah.
He's not funny. I am.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. Hilarious. Okay. Let's see here.
Yeah, Joker.
Okay. Yes, and they say they're with you. Hot food is a must.
Oh yeah, I got it. It just ain't no way around. I want like when I'm on like some of the people I know and like friends or whatever, family, and when I know the food cold and they still eat it, I be like, oh, you could do good in prison. Oh, you could do. Well, what I say is, I say, oh, you could do some time. Because it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? I'll be in there. That'd be a huge adjustment for me.
Would you not agree that some food tastes better cold?
Like, give me an example. Like,
Well, I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say
stuff that's supposed to be hot.
I'm not going to say tastes better cold, but doesn't taste bad cold.
The only, you know what's interesting about that? Mm-hmm. What's interesting about that? The things that I can somewhat eat cold, maybe like late night. Well, I probably shouldn't be eating anymore or something. Like when I'm at my mama's house, normally what we'll do, we cook a lot of fish. So, and so,
heck no.
And so I can go in there just like, so everybody in ate gone because I, don't nobody live with them for real. But so I'll just be there by myself and I'll just be just back and forth. I'll just go pinch off a piece of, like just some fish. I can eat that cold.
But you mean, okay, there's a difference. You mean warm, like,
no,
or cold out the refrigerator?
No, not cold out the refrigerator.
Okay, so you mean it's on the stove and it's wrapped up?
It's just on the stove.
So room temperature.
Covered, room temperature. Yeah,
okay,
basically.
No,
it's still cold. That's considered cold to me.
Oh,
or whatever. So that's I can do that with just fish, basically, or whatever. But anything else that's supposed to like eating some vegetables cold. Oh.
No, I'm not saying vegetables. I can eat.
They're supposed to be cooked now, not raw vegetables. They're supposed to be cooked.
Yeah, I mean, I can eat in room temperature because I love room temperature green beans. Just go and pop them out like that. Yeah, but like pizza. I'm trying to think. Is pizza one thing that people say they eat cold?
Oh my God!
Like cold pizza.
When me and my homeboys when I used to hang out with them a lot, and we would order some pizza, and so we get a couple of boxes, 2 or 3 of us, 4 of us, whatever. And so when we get it.
Yeah.
They open the box up and people just start grabbing. They wouldn't close the box back up. I say, close the box back up, man. Like, hey, you can't let all that heat out, man.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm a stickler about that. Hey, close the box back up.
Okay. Yes, cold pizza. I know people.
Oh
eat
my
cold
God,
pizza.
I rather eat dirt.
Yeah, no. And then I'm not gonna say cold, but I know it's like foods like
some people eat it right out the refrigerator overnight.
Yeah, you go down there, grab your piece, and just go back upstairs.
Oh my God!
Call it a day.
Terrible. Yeah, you can do some time. You do about 7, 8 years. You do about 7, 8 years before you start complaining.
I'll be good.
Yeah, I'll come out there real thin. I was working one summer. I was working when I was a teenager, and I was working with Billy. What was Billy's last name? God, Billy Dimmer, and so. Well, my mom would pack my lunch, but I ain't have nowhere to warm it, so I would eat that like it'll be a bologna sandwich or something like that. So I had to eat that like that.
A bologna sandwich shouldn't be hot.
Oh, I can't eat it. I don't eat cold cuts. So
you can't eat a cold cut?
I don't do cold cuts. I'm telling you, you literally don't understand when I say I don't eat cold food like that.
That's crazy.
I don't eat it like that.
Now, I prefer it hot, but
if I go to Subway, normally, which I don't do, that ain't like a place I really eat. If I got like a turkey sandwich, I'm going to tell them to put it in the microwave.
Yeah, toast it. Well, you need to go to Firehouse if you
want. Yeah, but anyway, but Billy Dimmer, so I had my little sandwiches or whatever. Like saying, I'm struggling out there already because I don't like cold food, but I'm starving, so it don't, Now, once you're starving, now all bets off.
Okay.
Now we're talking different. Now I ain't crazy. Once I'm starving, all bets off now.
Okay.
So Billy had pork and beans in the can,
straight out the can.
With his his spoon.
Straight out the can.
Just like that.
Straight out the can.
Straight out the can. He can do about 25 years.
Yeah, you ain't been camping or nothing. That's when you just pop that pork and bean, you set it out. It's done. It's pre-cooked. What you doing? You warm it.
There ain't no way I would go camping. What the?
No, I'm just saying, like, man.
I grew up in the woods.
You ain't gonna make it in apocalyptic times.
That's
you're gonna pop that daggone can and you just gonna eat it out the can. You're gonna eat them green beans out the can.
Different. I'm starving.
Oh.
Not when I got options.
Okay. Oh, okay.
When I got options. Now, one thing about me too now though, if somebody offers me a free dinner,
you gonna eat.
And we go to a restaurant or something. Trust me, I will find something on the menu that I can eat.
Correct.
If you're gonna pay for it.
Correct. But if you gotta pay for it.
If I pay for it, I'm gonna buy what I want to buy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna buy what I eat. So like I put it like this. I'm not a steak eater, right? I'll go years without eating steak. But if you were going to pay for it, and that's like one of the only things on the menu, say, Tyrone, hey, we ain't really got, we ain't got nothing but a steak. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna eat it.
Okay.
Well done, please. You know what I'm saying?
Little crust burnt.
Hey, yeah, well, the cook, please. Yeah, so I'll eat it, but that ain't my thing. But when it becomes free,
Mm-hmm.
that changes things.
Okay.
Because I'm appreciative. Oh, you gonna do that for me?
You are that.
Hey, you gonna do that for me? Oh, I'll find some on the menu.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm with you, Walt. As long as it's been cooked well, it doesn't really matter.
Ain't nothing worse than when you dating a woman or whatever you're trying to do, get next to a woman.
Here we go.
And I said this before, and I'll say it again probably. What do you want to eat? Oh, I don't care. We can go anywhere you want to eat.
Get there.
We pull up. Oh, I don't want to eat here.
Well, tough cookie. I asked you, gave you an option. You said you ain't want to.
Am I in a bizarro world or something? Like
you can,
I just asked you where you want to go, and I chose some. Oh, I don't want to eat here.
Holler downstairs, Mickey.
Huh?
Ask her what I tell her. Well, you gonna starve. I asked you what you wanted. I asked you what you wanted.
Definitely that.
And then,
That's
what you pull up here? Oh no,
no,
don't eat then. You good?
No.
What you told me that I ain't eating in 3 days.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's fine.
I did.
You know, humans can go 50-some days without eating.
Sure
You good?
So you just didn't want to eat what I was eating.
Yeah,
That's all you.
You good?
It's always cereal and milk.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right.
We ain't talking about absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Well, like we got more viewers now.
I know.
That's amazing, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. We ain't talking about absolutely nothing. So,
okay, guys. Well, thank you for being here. Do not forget. Go ahead and text to join the Flipman's Partnership Network. Text SHIP, SHIP for partnership. Go and check out texttoflip.com as we were talking about what steps you need to take after you generate that list and skip trace it. Texting would be the next feasible option to make sure you get in contact with those homeowners. Again, we'll be here next Thursday, Lord willing, and tomorrow is Good Friday. Are you still going live tomorrow?
In there.
In the air. Okay, so tomorrow is a possibility. But enjoy the weekend. With your friends and families. I go on notice that I did not correctly make tie shirts, so I will correct that next week because Flipman is 2 words and it should have an apostrophe S. So.
Am I wrong?
No, you're absolutely right.
Check my grammar.
I was really I ran home really quick and I said we cannot go up there without one. And
if you ever got a text message from me, you say that he's an R word. You know what I'm saying? So check my grammar.
You're good.
Okay.
You're good. You're good. I will fix it. Just give me that back because I don't even want you mistakenly wearing it because I'm just gonna edit that one.
You can.
I can, and I will. Because honestly, I thought I put puff vinyl on there because I wanted it to be puffy.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
You'll like it. It's 3D.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. No, just overthink it.
Oh gosh.
You can't send Adrian to tell him getting nothing out the store. Plain potato chips or plain green bean. Now you got to get the sriracha sauce green beans or something.
Sure do. Needs to be cut sea salt, not regular sea salt, fresh cut.
Just the plain stuff, man.
Nope.
You ain't got to have all that stuff, man.
It does.
You know, go. I don't know. Just name it. It just ain't gonna be the.
It ain't no.
I told her bring me some sardines one day.
Oh, I knew you was gonna go with
Hey, just couldn't. I did not say bring none with no hot sauce on them or nothing.
Well, I figured if you was gonna put hot sauce on them, I can get you the ones with hot sauce, and I got you some with olive oil and lemon juice.
That ain't the same hot sauce. That's what you're missing.
Okay, well, I got you olive oil and lemon juice.
Not the same hot sauce.
With black olives.
Just go down there and look and see if they still down there too. They're gonna have to be a situation for me to eat those. And that I ain't got no food here, which is normal. And I don't want to go anywhere to get anything. I definitely don't want nothing delivered.
I got the crackers right.
And now you got the crackers.
I got the crackers right.
They must didn't have another option. Like for you to get the plain saltine crackers.
Because I wanted to get you the everything crackers or the basil ones, but you know what? I was like, okay, let me just get him these regular old saltine crackers because I like saltine crackers. So I'm giving you what I like.
All right, we ain't talking about that.
Nothing.
All right, guys, we appreciate everyone to join us tonight. So, I guess we'll see you tomorrow, possibly. But just make sure that you take advantage of that training, split and flip land. It's a real opportunity. Don't cost you anything, but put the work in. I'd love to work with you on it. You see my email address scrolling down here at the bottom. You can always reach out to me so please email me in that format that I showed here on the screen. If you didn't see it, just go back and look for it. Thanks, and we will see you guys on the FLIP SID
Flip man, flip man. It's the flip man. Flip man, flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Yeah.